Hello, I am Pamela Donato, the COO and co-founder of the AID app. AID is the Philippines' first home healthcare app. It is the most trusted and most comprehensive health platform. So just like everyone else, we are always taking care of our families, finding ways to provide accessible and quality healthcare. But we all know it's not easy because of several reasons. We have the difficult access to nearby hospitals or clinics. Another pain point is the lack of time to go to these hospitals. And the last is just the inconvenience caused by COVID-19 restrictions, distance, immense traffic, and the long waits in the hospitals. So these are the problems that AID aims to solve. Our story began in 2016. My brothers and I created the solution and we called it AID. AID right now has over 4,000 medical professionals on board. We are a one-stop platform for all outpatient medical services, and we just want to connect Filipinos to healthcare professionals who render home healthcare services. So currently, our AID app users are able to book for the following: the doctor visit, COVID testing, laboratory testing, e-consultation, and vaccination. All of these are rendered at the comfort of their home. AID is the first to actually Uberize healthcare by linking together our two users, our patients and our medical professionals through our mobile app. We developed two kinds of app, one for our patients and one for our licensed doctors and registered medical technicians. This slide shows the massive opportunity for AID as the Philippine healthcare market continuously grows. Currently, AID is able to cater to 1.1 million users in the Greater Manila area, and these users actually book our services 1 to 2 times per month for their family or for the entire household. The health expenditure is also on the rise. As you can see, almost 45% are coming from out-of-pocket payments in 2020. As I mentioned earlier, AID is the most comprehensive healthcare platform. We provide the most number of medical services done at home: the doctor visit, the lab tests, vaccines, even e-prescriptions, and e-consultations. We are also able to provide medical certificates and even do patients can do self-test through the app. This is an interesting slide because it shows our growth story, which began in Q4 of 2017 when a celebrity used AID for her newborn baby and posted about her experience in social media. The next inflection point happened around Q2 of 2019, just right after a relaunch of the app and when Ayala came in. At that time, blood work was our number one service. The next inflection point just came recently in Q2 of 2020 when the pandemic hit. Because of this, AID launched two new medical services. We call it the COVID test at home and the e-consultation, where patients can talk to a doctors through the app via video call or chat. So just to share, in the Q3 of 2020, we reached our highest request count and GMV of all time. So just remember these 4 steps if you would like to make a request. Very easy. Fill up the form, put in the patient's information, your location, preferred schedule, and even the service that you, of course, need. Second, just wait for an offer. Wait for a doctor to book you back. Third is choose. Select the best medical professional for you. And last is pay to confirm. You can pay through GCash, credit card, or even bank transfers. This is us, my co-founders, my brothers. Paolo Bugayong, he is our Chief Executive Officer. My younger brother, Patrick Bugayong, he is our Medical Doctor and Chief Product Officer. As part of our growth story, we just ask for 3 things: an investor that can support our growth plan, new channel partnerships that we can collaborate with, and last but definitely not the least, other health tech innovations that are looking to grow together. I invite everyone to download AID and experience quality and accessible healthcare at your doorstep. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hi everyone, my name is Ralph. I'm the CEO and founder of Urban Greens. And at Urban Greens, we do indoor hydroponic vertical farming. And our mission is to ensure consistent supply of the highest quality food through this innovative vertical farming strategy that we have. Why do we do this? Because when I moved here to the Philippines about 5 years ago, I thought it was very hard to find very good fresh greens that were not as expensive as in other parts of the world. And this is mainly due because of the inconsistent supply that we have due to the torrential rainforms, the storms, the typhoon. We're heading into typhoon season. Then we have droughts, we have volcanoes. And on top of that, we have inconsistent quality because our farming techniques are simply outdated. We still use carabaos and tamaraos. We're very low mechanized. We don't have many greenhouses around, which means that as an end result, we are importing a lot of food. The Philippines is a net importer of food. And did you know that we're the number one import of rice in the world? That's crazy, right? We should be exporting that stuff. Now, the result being that the food is very comparatively more expensive here than in other parts of the world. That's actually true. And if you get cheaper produce, it's often not as very good quality. And more often than not, it's sprayed with pesticides. And, when it comes from abroad, it has a large carbon footprint and it's not fresh by the time it arrives. Our solution is to grow right in the heart of the city where most of us live and we consume the food. We use 21st century technology and we do this in very controlled environments. So by growing right in the heart of the city, there's no transport cost, there's no logistical cost. So by the time you get it, it has just been harvested a couple of hours before. And this is what it looks like. And actually, let me show you right here what one of these systems look like. So here we are in our indoor hydroponic farm. We have our systems in the background. We are converting a 700 square meter space in a huge, massive warehouse farm. So all of this empty space will still be converted and set up with more of these systems. Right now we have 8 systems, and this space has enough capacity for 40 of these big units, which means that we will be able to grow out of these 40 setups, we'll be able to grow 2.5 tons, metric tons, 2,500 kilograms on a monthly basis right here in the heart of the city for B2B, for hotels, bars, and restaurants, and for yourselves. The way we sell it into supermarkets is that we harvest it in the morning and we bring it right straight in to our hydroponic setups in those supermarkets. So they're still fresh and alive when you get them. We reduce the carbon footprint, we reduce logistics costs. So that's why we can actually absorb a lot of the cost that other vegetables have. We don't have middlemen, and it's very locally produced. There's a big market out there, not only in the city, but every major city here in the Philippines. And outside of that, if you think about other islands like Siargao, El Nido, Bohol, Boracay, they import 99% of the food. So think about the capacity that we have about setting up a farm here. Our systems are modular and scalable, which means that we can actually turn any indoor space into a farm, such as the warehouse that we have right here in the background. Now, we should be operational by the end of the year. And even though with the high electricity costs and high rent that you would think we have, the revenue generated through this would actually make us highly profitable on a monthly basis. So ROI, even with an ask of 14 millions that we are looking to raise for the next to complete this warehouse, the ROI would be less than 2 years. We would be looking at the monthly revenue of 2.5 million with this warehouse, and with a profit of about 1 million going forward. So the plan is, because it's so modular and scalable, to take this and to set this up in all the major cities all around Manila and the metro as well. And once we have saturated the Philippines, we will move abroad as well, because this concept and this strategy will work in any country in the region as well. We're different than other players in the field. We have much higher yield per square meter with a lot lower produce cost. And urban farming is something big, and every other country has caught up on it. Europe has a lot of urban farming companies, and the U.S. as well, and Japan. So it's a tremendously big market, and there will be no scenario in the world where this will be of less importance. We have the right team to grow and to scale. And if you want more information, contact us at info@eaturbangreens.com. My name is Ralph Becker, and I'm the CEO and founder of Urban Greens, and I thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Gab, CTO and co-founder of MedHive. When we started MedHive, we saw that smaller hospitals and clinics spent up to 50% more when they bought medical supplies. This is because of three key problems. The first problem arises from the fact that hospitals have to rely on sales reps to visit them and to give them product proposals. But many hospitals, especially those in far-flung areas, often don't see any sales reps. Because of this, hospitals don't know where to buy or who to buy from. And for smaller hospitals, the procurement is often run by business and experienced people. Procurement is led by doctors or medical practitioners who are appointed to handle the purchasing of an entire hospital. There is no regular process, and procurement is difficult, expensive, and lengthy. And for smaller hospitals, especially those in far-flung areas, they have a limited pool of suppliers due to difficulties with logistics and payment collection. These hospitals often have to drive for hours to cities just to get their supplies. These three problems make procurement up to 50% more expensive for hospitals, and they make healthcare more expensive for a majority of the population. And that's why we built MedHive. MedHive is a B2B medical marketplace with over 3,500 products, 200 plus brands, and working with over 70 plus merchants. To date, we've sold over 60,000 supplies on our platform. We've grown so quickly because we're simplifying medical procurement by giving hospitals an intuitive digital process that allows them to easily browse through thousands of products on our marketplace, get quotes from top level distributors and brands, conveniently pay through both digital and physical channels, and receive products from any supplier nationwide. With our partners in logistics and payment collection, we're able to extend the reach of hospitals and help them to easily purchase from suppliers all over the Philippines. To date, we've done over 250,000 in sales, and we're growing quickly at an average of 26% month on month. We work with top medical institutions and organizations across the Philippines, including groups like the Private Hospital Association of the Philippines and the Mount Grace Group of Hospitals. We even have direct partnerships with top brands like Johnson & Johnson, Omron, and Diversity, as well as distributors for top brands in medical supply, pharma, and medical devices. Our business model is to take an average of 5% commission from suppliers per transaction. And through our paid hyper-targeted brand marketing campaigns, we help medical brands reach the right audience through targeted webinars, online events, and social media campaigns. We're currently hyper-focused on the growing private, micro, small, and medium medical establishments in the Philippines, which is a $700 million market. In the entire Philippines, there are 22,000 medical institutions nationwide, which is a $1.5 billion market. All this is being created by a team with over 80 plus years of experience in both sides of the medical industry. Nigel and his family own two hospitals that they've been managing for over 50 years. Elle has over 30 years of experience working with C-levels in international medical and pharma companies as the go-to expert for health tech events in Asia. And we're strengthened by advisors from both government and medical backgrounds. After the Philippines, our next targets for expansion would be Malaysia for the growing list of medical device manufacturers and exports, and Indonesia, whose hospitals face the same medical procurement problems that we face in the Philippines. So we built MedHive to be able to give hospitals and clinics access to affordable medical supplies, because we know that translates to better access to healthcare overall to patients all over the country. MedHive is the future of medical procurement. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Henry James Season. I'm founder and chief farming officer at AgriDigital PH. We are advocates of change and are committed to uplift the lives of food producers through education and establishing a food system that puts a premium on trust and transparency. The Philippines has around 9.5 million farmers and fishers, down from 10.5 million 3 years ago. Yes, folks, we are steadily losing our farmers. Most of our farmers are smallholders, tilling 2 hectares or less, and live below the government income threshold for poverty that's pegged at about 10,000 a month. The food system that feeds us keeps our farmers poor. Let this sink in. Ironically, the people who are tasked to feed this nation are the ones going hungry. So it all boils down to changing the game. Incremental changes to the current food system aren't going to cut it. We believe communities organized as cooperatives or associations are key to setting up food producers for success. More importantly, addressing information gaps in the food system, equipping producers with the skills to produce better, and building the much needed transparency in the food system shall drastically reduce multiple handoffs of produce and is key to creating a truly equitable food system. We are aiming to convert some 1,500 digitally receptive agri-based cooperatives and associations in the country over the next 5 years. By then, we would have emancipated more than 400,000 farmers and fishers, bringing their monthly incomes beyond the 10,000 peso poverty threshold. This means AgriDigital would easily have about a billion US dollars passed through its platform, legitimizing the digitally supported food system. We decided to look under the hood and see where AgriDigital can realize the most value, and that is equipping organized smallholders the digital solutions to take control of their enterprise. At every step of the value chain, AgriDigital provides a smallholder-centric digital solution where we minimize demand-supply mismatches, reduce spoilage with just-in-time harvests, and trace the sources of food down to the farming plot level. We earn our keep through two business models. Our e-commerce platform takes a commission from consummated transactions, while our producer-related platforms are billed to cooperatives or associations as a monthly utility service. For the past 18 months, we have focused on building strong relationships with producers, consumers, and support organizations. We pinpoint the missing blocks and deliberately engage partners who bring value to the ecosystem. The digital way of doing business is not yet for everyone, so we choose our engagements carefully, prioritizing parties who may give us exponential growth in the long run. Our partners have sold around 40 million pesos since we started in March 2020, and our monthly run rate has accelerated about 22 and a half times since then. From a producer standpoint, benefits are real. Exploring digital channels expands our income potential, while buyers reap efficiencies in terms of pricing and availability. International organizations are validating AgriDigital's potential to change the food system and positively influence incomes of smallholders. This year, these groups have actually appreciated the company in terms of helping solve the world's food problems. Most of our competitors are focused on final mile, while AgriDigital looks at the food system in its entirety. In as much as digital marketplaces shorten the value chain to an extent, there are challenges that cannot be solved from this angle, and we deliberately choose these areas as our playground, primarily producer profiling, production planning and management, warehousing, including traceability. We are farmers ourselves and have designed and developed the platform based on the needs of organized smallholder farmers and fishers. We are a service utility designed for others to use, and that perhaps differentiates us from the rest. Our management team is made up of seasoned individuals coming from technology, agriculture, and finance. Although AgriDigital is backed by decades of corporate experience in entrepreneurship, it actually differentiates us from agri-tech startups in the market today. In summary, we continue to drive demand as this spurs our farming clusters to continue production. The involvement of more farmer groups coupled with conscientious consumption from institutional buyers and the public at large means stability for this alternate way of doing business. Finally, please partner with us and invest in this new ecosystem. Be part of our story, folks. We are AgriDigital and we harness the power of digital for the new Filipino farmer.
Meet Nanay Flora. She is farming for almost 20 years and has no access to formal loans. Thus, she is a suki of barangay loan sharks. She borrows money to provide or to buy the farming essentials she needs, which entails 20%, a huge 20% of monthly interest rates. Imagine, she's not yet, her seedlings are not yet budding, but she's already paying the interest and the amount she loaned. Also, one of her problems is that with limited budget, she has no access to quality farming essentials, thus affecting her yield. And just like Nanay Flora, this scenario is pulling her into the poverty line. And there are 3.7 million Filipinos like Nanay Flora. So what if we can change that narrative? So hi, my name is Lester, and I'm the founder and CEO of Farmbox. Our mission is to help our local farmers provide the quality farming essentials they need with no high interest rate, with no collateral needed, and to provide them different agricultural solutions to their needs. So how is it possible to help these farmers? This is through distant farming. So we have 4 different products in which our customer can buy. So we have selected these types of boxes to cater different types of farmers, from hydroponic farmer, traditional farmer, and livestock grower. And these boxes, we've selected these boxes because it gives us faster ROI, higher profit, and also it gives us on-demand produce. So our business model is that farmer, sponsor, and Farmbox will be sharing the net profit, while Farmbox has also different streams of incomes like agri-trading, marketplace, and connect consultation. And here's Paulo, one of our customer. He has a stable income. He wants to grow his money passively, and also he has the heart to help. And we want to tap more Paulo on the Philippine workforce. 27.6% of the total Philippine workforce is like Paulo. And how we do it in Farmbox is that through the different stages. So we Paulo will just create an account. We will provide the boxes to the farmers. We will give malasake to our farmers through their needs. We will sell their harvest and we will be sharing the profit. Our current communities are focusedly here in Batangas. We have 19 farmers in Calaca, Batangas, 10 in San Jose, and 7 in Batangas City. And we're planning to expand to different municipalities here in Batangas and in Southern Luzon, and later on around the Philippines. After 6 months of operation, we have managed to grow our users from 24 to 443, the total amount of boxes from 80,000 to 945,000, from a little 6 farmers to 36, and our total revenue is at 1.2 million across all income streams. And in 2022, we are projecting to have an 8 million revenue, and in 2023 at 19 million. And this entails more farmers to help and more communities to be in. So how do we measure it is through doubling agricultural productivity, selling their produce at a much higher price, and partnership between private and public entities. Our competitive advantage is that we have faster ROI, we are farmer focused, we offer quality farming supplies and services, we offer end-to-end solution, and we are demand-based farming. So your investment will strengthen our Farmbox marketplace, purchase machineries and equipment for our partner farmers, provide new technologies for our farming activities, and improve our platform. So in the team, we are 4. We are expert on these various fields, and one thing in common is that we all came from a family of farmers. There are more farmers that needs our help. We want to wake up one morning that no illegal lenders is taking advantage of our farmers with high interest rates. We want to wake up that these farmers will not think of the budget anymore in spending to farm. Let's be part of their stories. So let's help our farmers one box at a time. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Orly Palompon. I'm the founder of Salmeds. Allow me to present our health inclusion tech startup in the Philippines. Let me introduce to you Rosa, a representative of typical Filipino elderly with health abnormalities on multiple maintenance medications but have low or zero income or pension and vulnerable to more frequent costly hospitalization from debilitating complications. She is part of the 99% of Filipinos who cannot afford to buy their multiple maintenance medicines beyond 2 to 4 weeks. And why is that? Because medicine prices in the Philippines is 4 times higher than our Asian peers, and only a third are accessible at nearby drugstores, are more than half are out of Filipino patients' pockets. This leads to poor treatment compliance, often leading to preventable high hospitalization costs and premature deaths, impoverishing families, afflicting economic productivity, and more problems for society and the government. Personally, as a patient myself, I'm closely involved in working with many Rosas in my time as a former Pfizer healthcare sales professional and as a regular health missionary, which me and my wife, who is a nurse, regularly does from time to time. We saw the great divide in terms of life-saving medicines, affordability, and access. I've been eyeing Health Inclusion Project for the past 16 years as a pharma wholesale entrepreneur after leaving Pfizer, but the challenges of reach, manpower, and capex is a major roadblock in scaling it. Thus, it remains a dream until last year. But with the implosion of technology use and access, we can now help many Rosas and their families, their spouse, and many of them by employing innovation and health technology. So at Salmeds, we are building a user community on a mission to serve the elderly, the chronically ill and vulnerable population to achieve better health at affordable cost for better compliance, productivity, and longer lives. So with our MVP launched last year, we have validated the idea of maintenance medicine subscription service and now pursue this opportunity vigorously through ongoing research and acceleration from renowned accelerator Founder Institute and now with Idea Space Foundation. And so far have generated traction of over 100 regular paying customers periodically with some doing purchase up to 30 times already. We'll be reaching the milestone of 1 million revenue by early November 2021 with an MRR of 200,000 pesos, an average purchase 16 times against our lowest price point of 99 pesos per month medicine plans. We have been recognized as top health tech startups in 2021 by Ignite, Shell, Livewire, as well as by Ruto. Along the way, we also fill a gap in the health tech telemedicine companies looking for a reliable on-demand order and delivery pharmacy partner to connect to their at-home consult patient prescription needs, especially during this pandemic. So we added feature MVP of hyper-local fulfillment pharmacy platform for on-demand medicine and working on improving our site's UI and UX to expand the reach to more pharmacy partners and more locations nationwide and increase our SKUs for better site conversion 10 times from the current 5% to 50%. And in terms of attaining our value proposition, we engineered the logistics of medicine delivery to save 60% cost efficiency and passing on the savings to the patients by developing a proprietary plant-to-patient platform, relying on technology automation, and leveraging supply chain partnerships on the strength of community users. And the market is big for Salmeds. We are estimated $5 billion US dollar or 250 billion pesos by end of 2021, and in which 3/4 of that as our serviceable market, and with 110 million Filipinos, with 50% as elderly or adult population, we are bullish in reaching our target revenue. Against existing players in the market, we capitalize on the underserved market by offering what we have not done. By delivering fast on-demand offering, low purchase requirements for free delivery, we also complement that with offering value-adding services to keep patients on treatment goals and compliance, like medicine taking time reminders, free health record app, free health monitoring devices, free point-of-care laboratory tests, free consultations, and many more to focus on pre- and post-hospitalization care and bring the power of care to the hands of patients and take control of their health with dependency in Salmed. We generated our revenues through our B2C model in the niche segment of maintenance medicine subscription service with monthly dose plans for as low as 99 pesos, directly serviced in-house. However, since we are in a pandemic, we have the opportunity to offer our service to cater the on-demand market as well, with the urgent need to expand to more areas with partnerships among independent pharmacies, sort of two-sided market platform, earning 10% commission for every sales fulfilled by our partner pharmacy, and a 10% delivery charge commissions. To deliver the vision, the team is initially headed by an expert in pharmaceutical sales and elderly healthcare and research, supplemented recently with 3 interns in product and marketing. In order to grow to 2,000 users and grow our pharmacy partner network to 50, build our system and 2 full-line locations, hire more people, and establish our own medicine brands, and achieve MRR of 5 billion pesos with a funding of 5 billion for an equity equivalent and a credit line of up to 5 billion pesos as well. The future is bright for Salmeds in terms of revenue streams as we power the universal healthcare program in our country and bring hospitalization at home and use data to lower the cost of health, merging healthcare and health financing in HealthTech in one roof. The time is now to create impact in healthcare with the realization of a need for a health-resilient population during the pandemic. Limited accessibility, loss of jobs, and low income as incentives to shift to alternatives. With the rising popularity of online ordering, help build Salmeds, achieve better health at affordable cost, and enable the universal healthcare rollout in the Philippines. Thank you.
Hi everyone, good day. I'm Ruel from Capital, and we are a financing and marketing platform for rice farmers. By end of 2025, Capital's vision is to be the leading organization in value chain financing, trusted by over 100,000 smallholder farmers. Capital's mission is to build an ecosystem for the agricultural value chain that solves the problems of the farmers, such as high interest rate, low yield, high vulnerability, and the volatility in the market price. We do this through financing, technology, and market access. In 2015, we started Capital by having a crowd lending platform that enables smallholder farmers to borrow money from anyone through the internet. Any individual could go to www.capital.com and visit and select a farmer who they wish to support and lend to. Aside from access to funding, the farmer will also be provided by various assistance of capital in order to maximize the capital that they are able to access, such as input supplies, agri-technicians, insurances, and technical partners. To date, capital have been present and have reached various provinces in the Philippines, both in Luzon and Visayas. And this was made possible through the 61,000 lenders in our crowd lending platform. We have supported and have lent to about 2,155 smallholder farmers, which amounts to about 115 million peso in disbursed loan. And this was also made possible by a team of 20 people. Capital is also privileged to have been supported by the government's Department of Science and Technology by enabling and funding our lending technology, which we call the Capital Value Chain Finance Platform. This serves as our central farmer database, which collects, store, and analyzes and processes the data of every farmer we have in our system. Through this system, a credit scoring and various risk analytics models have been developed. Through the value chain finance platform, we are able to identify high impact data points and able to collate them and have a quick view of a risk assessment of every farmer borrower. And through this system, we are able to do data driven credit assessments and decisions, which reduces the risk and also reduces the burden of a debt on a smallholder farmer. Aside from access to financing, access to markets is also something that we've been working hard for the past years. And we're proud to share that last year, November, in partnership with PLDT Smart, Cropital was able to launch the Cropital Store. This is the market platform that helps us move the products of our rice farmer borrowers. From January to September this year, we have had more than 5 million in sales, supporting more than 3,000 farmers from 6 farmer groups, and have sold more than 88,000 tons of rice, 88,000 kilograms of rice. So our ask is for you to help us help more farmers. And you can do this in two ways. Fund a farmer by going to www.cropital.com, or buy their produce by going to www.store.cropital.com. Together, we believe that we can achieve our vision of reaching 100,000 smallholder farmers by 2025. Again, thank you very much, and if you're interested to working with us, contact us. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Gian Delarama, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Aya.ai. And our goal is to make the benefits of automation more accessible. The problem that we're trying to solve is that we all know that digital transformation is at the forefront of the minds of business leaders. However, this is not always possible in emerging markets because there's a scarcity of IT talent. Software solutions are not usually designed for the emerging market context. And of course, software solutions are usually expensive vis-a-vis the cost of labor in these markets. Our goal is to solve that via citizen-driven automation. We currently have two products, Commerce and Linea. Commerce is a conversational commerce solution which empowers e-commerce managers to automate online and online to offline interactions via a natural language chatbot. And Linea is an integration process as a service platform which enables non-IT users to automate their own business processes by integrating cloud applications, on-premise applications, and even human interactions or transactions. And over the past couple of years selling both solutions, we've had success in major accounts such as Globe Telecom, as well as the CSR work that we did last year with the Department of Health, automating their Kira contra COVID chatbot. How do we make money from both of these solutions? In both solutions, we have a subscription offering. For commerce in particular, we charge a monthly subscription plus a percentage of the sales as a commission. We're currently looking at a universe of about 3,000 eligible brands or organizations. We're solely focused on large corporate and enterprise clients. And of that, we're hoping to get over 240 new clients at an average annual contract value of $10,000, totaling $2.4 million in revenue every year. For Linia, on the other hand, we're looking at 700 eligible large enterprises, and of that, we're looking at around 35 um, companies to close at a 5% conversion rate. Again, multiplying that by a $60,000 current average contract value every year, we're looking at about 2.1 million for this business. All in all, we're projecting our annual recurring revenue for 2022 to be $4.5 million US. And why are we seeing this type of revenue? Simply because the automation opportunity in all of Asia Pacific totals at around 17.08 billion every year. And this is growing at a compound annual growth rate of about 27%. Our focus, however, is in Southeast Asia. And the opportunity here is close to $2.5 billion US. And we win our deals because we offer an all-in-one citizen automation platform, plus the option to run full managed services for our larger clients. And over the past 3 years, we've enjoyed tremendous success and growth in both platforms. Currently, we serve or automate about 20 million transactions every month, as well as automate the interaction of 1.4 million end customers of our clients every month as well. Our revenue has grown over 250% last year compared to 2018 and 2019 combined. And our transactions grow at an average rate of about 10%, every month. And you can see some of our customers as well as some of our partners here as well. And to help us achieve the growth that we're projecting, and over the next couple of years, now we've assembled a team. In fact, I've been assembling this team for the past 8 years since I started the company. And I'm confident that we will be able to grow this business in 2022 and beyond. And to be able to support that growth, we are raising $5 million US at a valuation of 45 million for our Series A round. Majority of this money will be used to grow our ACV, in particular, expand our service lines to finance, accounting, insurance, as well as IT-related processes. And even though we are focusing our efforts in Southeast Asia, we would like to experiment by serving key clients in North America and Western Europe as well. Because over the past couple of months, we've seen leads as well as requests from companies in those regions for our services. And we want to be able to serve them using the funds that we will raise. And then finally, we will use the funds to actually grow our AI and machine learning capabilities to be able to provide better automation and better outcomes for the clients using our platform. And with that, thank you very much for listening to my presentation, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Good day. I'm Dr. Dexter Galban, CEO and founder of Allaga Health. In the Philippines, 6 out of 10 Filipinos die without ever seeing a health professional, while 8 out of 10 have never even had a full medical checkup. For a population of over 111 million Filipinos, those are way too many lives lost or put at risk because of the health challenges that we face every single day. And that is why it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you a digital health social enterprise that is currently onboarding over 500,000 pledged patient users across 30 national partner patient organizations as we enter the $16 billion Philippine health market before eventually expanding to the $71 billion Southeast Asian health market. Built on SDGs 3, 8, and 9, built on advocacy, our team of health professionals, business owners, international designers, and e-health records developers have assembled a diverse team that cuts across multiple areas of expertise with multiple years of experience in order to address issues on general wellness so we can keep Filipinos healthier longer, as well as non-communicable diseases so that we can better manage hypertension, diabetes, and more. And of course, communicable diseases like tuberculosis and even COVID-19, which is expected to actually be with us at least until 2023. Which I find interesting because for the 6th year in a row, we have been hailed as the social media capital of the world, and we're actually beating out the rest of the world when it comes to use of e-commerce and e-services. Why is it that we still have inaccessibility of affordable quality healthcare, maldistribution of gainfully employed health professionals, as well as low integration of new technologies in healthcare? Imagine being able to consult anytime, anywhere through the use of telehealth. And at the same time, being able to request for your health professionals to visit your home because you're unable to travel or maybe even move. Or probably skip the lines altogether and just be at the hospital or clinic when you have to and decrease your risk of being exposed to other diseases. Plus, being able to request for your lab results at home or at the clinic, and even provide health benefits to your employees or even students as an alternative to HMOs. Plus, eventually, medicines and health products right to your doorstep. And imagine being able to gain discounts just by learning more about your condition. Now, all of these amazing features actually exist in some way in the market, but disjunct, disconnected, and in silos. And that's exactly where we come in. Using our web systems, mobile applications, and multi-layered admin panels that are fully customizable and tailor-fit to your needs, we can make healthcare even better. And whether you're a patient, a partner, or a clinic administrator, there's a place for you in a marketplace and a service hub. Because that's exactly what we are. We are Allaga Health, the Philippines' first digital health marketplace and health service hub for MSMEs, NGOs, and even government. And as you can see, there are a lot of players in the field. But what we do is piece them all together so that all our patients can actually just access healthcare within a singular platform. And on top of that, we are the first digital health platform with a payment system that is fully compliant with tax guidelines as affirmed here by our friends from the BIR. And on top of that, we are not yet trying to target these large established hospitals. What we want to put a focus on would be our micro, small, and medium-sized health clinics and service providers, particularly your doctor in the neighborhood or the laboratory down the road. And of course, that opens us up to community health services offered by patient groups and advocacy centers, and even government health services offered by national agencies and even local health departments. And that's why we've been reaching out to some of these government institutions to integrate some of the services that they offer onto our platform. And on top of that, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our major global and national partners, notwithstanding, of course, Hello Doctor, which is present in over 9 countries and is actually using our model of partnership in its different markets, hoping to bring Allaga Health into the global stage as well. And how do we keep ourselves sustainable? By charging commissions per transaction, sale of demographic metadata, not personal data, and of course, advertisements and placement fees. And clearly, we have a vision for the future, a vision for growth, and we're on track to hit all of the releases of these features as scheduled. And As such, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of those that have given us recognitions, in particular UNDP, ADB, even Globe Telecom, and of course those others that have continued to provide support and recognition to Allaga Health as we continue to grow. And on top of that, we'd like to thank those that have featured us so that we can tell more people about Allaga Health, notwithstanding the WHO, the Lancet, and the Financial Times, as well as our payment partners so that we can make accessing healthcare even easier, and even those that are reaching out to us for partnership to make offline capabilities readily accessible for every Filipino. And with that being said, even thank you to our weekly viewers, 13 to 20,000 a week for our free consultation shows. And on top of that, hopefully, we'll be able to hit our target of 2.5 million users by the end of 2022. And this is the breakdown of how we hope to use any form of resources and funding. And as such, we are Allaga Health. And all we ask for you to do is invest in a future wherein we can save baby Kurt, Tatay Pedro, and Lola Graduacion, patients who have touched my life personally as a health professional and entrepreneur, and hopefully provide healthcare anytime, anywhere, in every way. We are Allaga Health.
Good day, everyone. My name is Noel Del Castillo, CEO of CDOC, an integrated healthcare platform that provides telemedicine solution to medical providers and marketplace for healthcare services. We are on a mission to make healthcare accessible and affordable to everyone by scaling telemedicine systems for both public and private healthcare sectors in the Philippines. The Philippine healthcare industry is at a pivotal stage for major changes due to recent events. On 2019, the Universal Healthcare Law was passed that mandates the Department of Health and other agencies to integrate health systems for the provincial and citywide network in order to make public healthcare services accessible and affordable for all Filipinos. This gave birth to the telemedicine as a means of delivering healthcare services. Last year, telemedicine was fully accepted due to its capability in providing a safer and convenient means of accessing healthcare services anywhere during the pandemic. But the problem is 95% of public healthcare sector in the Philippines don't have a telemedicine system. Most of them still use Facebook to offer telemedicine services. Imagine the hassle for patients to consult via chat, the exposure of their privacy, the inefficiencies of the overall service. What if I tell you that we can implement an end-to-end and secure telemedicine solution that can be implemented within 2 days, inclusive of system configuration and training, starting at an affordable price of $1,000 per year for both public and private health sector? Let me introduce CUDOC, a patient-centric end-to-end telemedicine platform that allows patients to access telemedicine services anywhere. For doctors, we have CUDOC MD that allow them to provide telemedicine services for multiple clinics. For clinics, we have CUDOC MC that allow them to manage multiple doctors and services. For hospitals, we have CUDOC MH that allow them to manage multiple clinics and departments. For healthcare provider networks, we have CUDOC MG that allow them to manage multiple healthcare facilities. Let me show you how our product works with the private hospital of Metro Antipolo. We have built a website for their hospital that allow their patients to book a telemedicine appointment with their doctors with the assistance of their telemedicine operation team, which we train. It starts with the patient going to the website of the hospital, powered by CDOC. There, they can search the doctor and services that the hospital provide. Once they have selected their preferred doctor, they can book an appointment based on their preferred schedule and pay for the service using their credit card or e-wallet. That's it. The appointment has been made. At this point, the patient will just wait for the appointment to be approved by the doctor or the telemedicine team of the hospital. Once the appointment has been approved, patient and doctor will be able to consult online via video call using their phone or computer. The great thing here is that the telemedicine team of the hospital can assist both the patient and the doctor before, during, and after their consultation. Our platform allowed their doctor to issue and send diagnosis, e-prescription, lab requests, and medical certificate to patient instantly. We charge our medical providers a subscription fee based on the requirements they need in our platform. We also charge a transaction fee whenever we process the payment of the patient on behalf of the medical provider. As of September 19, 2021, we have more than 25,000 users, 960 doctors, and 610 medical facilities. We have powered more than 10,000 telemedicine services, generating to more than 35,000 gross market value. We are supported by our partners like AMDBI, St. Luke's, QBO, and IdeaSpace. And lastly, we have filed a patent to protect our technology. We are looking at a $40 million total available market and a $20 million serviceable available market in the Philippines. We believe we can obtain $2.3 million annual recurring revenue by the end of 2025. Compared to our competitors, we are leading based on user ratings, credibility, and functionality. We are proud to share that we are the first health startup to receive grant funding from the Department of Science and Technology, Philippine Council for Health Research and Development towards the development of a telemedicine data dashboard in line with the Universal Healthcare Law. The founders behind our company are composed of mixed professionals from business, tech, medical, and finance, backed by 10 passionate employees with a drive to innovate the healthcare industry. Our company is offering investment opportunities to any investors in the audience. With your help, we can achieve our vision to be the most loved and trusted telemedicine platform in the Philippines. Thank you for listening.
Hi everyone, so I'm Wanren and today I'll be introducing Reach 52. So basically we've built a health platform for emerging markets. So the problem is that in 2018, WHO found that 52% of the world, or 3.7 billion people, actually cannot access healthcare. So this is due to a combination of two factors. So first of all, traditional services are fragmented and are usually too unaffordable for rural residents. And then in addition, new telehealth models are usually made for urban or high connectivity areas. So what we want to do is that we first train a network of local agents and health workers on how to use our offline first application. We then go into the rural areas, collect data on health needs, and then also run targeted health campaigns, including screening as well as health awareness. They then also go into these communities and also are able to order and manage distribution of private sector products. So how a business model works is that first of all, we work with B2B customers and then earn revenue from campaign subscriptions. So how this works is that we usually get paid on a per health worker trained or per resident engaged basis. We also have a B2C marketplace available. So first of all, we really earn a very small revenue either from commissions or delivery fees per product sold. So these are just some of the partners that we work with. They include big pharma companies, including Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, as well as Bayer. In terms of the market, we can see that there's actually a lot of potential. So first of all, there's $3.7 billion spent on social impact and sustainability annually for the biggest consumer health and pharma companies. In addition, $115 billion is spent annually on pharma and consumer health markets, consumer health products in emerging markets annually. In terms of companies providing ICT solutions for low-resource healthcare, we are the only company offering services across a range of 6 dimensions. So these include research, consultancy, programs, marketplace, agent network, as well as reports. In addition, we are also one of the only companies with a presence in Asia. In terms of traction, we are currently at over 600,000 users right now, and this is powered by 13 growth partners that we have in the 5 countries that we're currently present in. So this is Philippines, Cambodia, Indonesia, India, as well as Kenya. We also have over 20 plus global partnerships, mostly with consumer health and pharma companies. In terms of our product, there are 2 defining features. So first of all is offline first. So this means that our agents can actually be using the app even in low connectivity areas. In addition, our app is also made to work on low-spec Android phones, which is most of the phones that are available in such rural areas. So first of all, what happens is that we actually teach these agents on how to use our app. They then go into these rural areas, sign up users, and collect their health details, including medication history. They also have an e-learning and upskilling module on the app. So basically, this allows them to learn about different disease areas and also carry out health awareness campaigns on different diseases with us. They can also run awareness and screening campaigns. So how this works is that they can actually make appointments on behalf of residents for the different events that we are offering. Lastly, they can also order and deliver the last mile, manage the last mile distribution of such products into these markets. So this is what our app is like right now. So in the future, what we really want to do is that we want to build a super app for the entire emerging market. So how we plan to do this is, first of all, really integrate other APIs for more platform services. So for example, we're actually working with some e-wallet providers right now to really move rural consumers off cash-based transactions. In addition, we also want to add B2B services, including income assessment, to really gauge the ability and willingness to pay for different farmer products. In addition, we also want to add claims processing to help insurance companies. Lastly, we will also want to personalize services based on the data that we collect per resident. So our team is 50 people strong right now, and we bring experience across a range of different industries, including consulting, such as Capgemini and Accenture, and then also finance, including Credit Suisse and Macquarie. First of all, it's growth. We want to expand in our existing markets and also expand into newer markets. Next, we want to expand our B2B relationships and increase our B2C engagement strategy. Lastly, we will want to create advanced product features to better serve our rural consumers. So yeah, join us to support 52% of the world together. And then, yeah, thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Josh, founder of Zagana.com. We're an online farm-to-kitchen source for fresh produce and frozen goods delivered to your doorsteps in as fast as 30 minutes anywhere in Metro Manila. So I'll be sharing to you our story of how we created Zagana and how we were able to spark our inspiration in terms of helping our farmers. So this is a short video of how we did it. This is in Bugyas, Benguet.
This is how we bring the freshest harvest to your kitchen.
Straight from the farm, we pick the best quality crops and select the finest catch.
By buying them at a fair market price, we are uplifting the lives of food producers and give them a sustainable livelihood.
Maganda na nung una kasi halos nakuha lahat ng product namin. Tapos yung pangalawang delivery namin, nakita ko yung facility nilang ganda. Tapos yung mga dala kong mga products, konti lang yung store doon. Talagang nandun yung appreciation naman nila na maganda yung produkto namin. At sana hindi lang ito yung simula, yung magtagal pa yung sama ng Sagana at ang Alcala Livestock Association para hindi lang kami yung matulungan lahat ng mga members, lahat ng mga nagugulay, makuha nila lahat ng mga produkto namin upang hindi lang yung pangalan na Sagana, sasagana tayong lahat. Ganun lang.
We bridge the gap between the food producers and consumers.
We offer a wide range of farm fresh produce and frozen goods,
while ensuring freshness,
quality,
and convenience.
We provide a safe and time efficient base to restock food staples.
Being available in Metro Manila, Rizal, and Cavite, we can guarantee delivery of hundreds of orders in as fast as 30 minutes. Soon, we will be available to the key cities nationwide.
And through technology, serve more families of both consumers and food producers.
Now that you've seen our operations, I'll be showing you a quick overview of our value chain. So, what is instant commerce and how did we do it in this pandemic? We start with the suppliers. So, we help our farmers, fishermen, and livestock growers, where we get their produce, bring it to our cross-dock station, where we pick, pack, and sort the produce, ship it to our micro-fulfillment centers, where all of those products will be shipped directly to our end consumers within 30 minutes. So how do the customers order? They go to our online stores, which is arzagana.com, Metromart, Picaru, Grab, Foodpanda, Lazada, Shopee, and even Zappi. So we have multiple online stores that the customers can choose upon, and the orders will be delivered straight to their doorsteps within 30 minutes. And our purpose, why we are here, is to uplift lives using technology. Technology means a lot of ways. We have the cold storage solutions. We also have the logistics processes, and we also have that instant commerce. Our mission here is to bridge the gap between food producers and consumers through technology. And we are heavy with our vision. One of our visions is to make the place where great talents can grow and achieve their full potential. To make food production the preferred livelihood, to allow every consumer to have access to affordable produce, and grow each individual and entity who are engaged in Zagana. And we're very heavy with our core values, which is called SOIL: speed, ownership, integrity, and learning continuously. So currently, our expansion plans is to improve the network of suppliers, create the demand, expand Zagana nationwide, and enable our tech in terms of the front end and back end of cold storage fulfillment. So currently, we have around 10 micro fulfillment centers that's serving the whole Metro Manila, and we're covering now Pampanga until Cavite. So this is how you shop through our Zagana app. It's basically very easy to use. You go to our zagana.com, choose your favorite produce, and check out. So this is one of our BA MOA signing with Ikadiwa, with Secdar in terms of helping fulfill the orders coming from the farm. And more farmer cooperative partnerships, Ikadiwa launch, and more farm visits. So this is the core management team. I came from a supermarket chain background, and all the management team came from our industry experts in fulfillment, e-commerce, as well as FMCG. So this is our directors who are the experts as well in fulfillment, as well as in terms of processing. And there we go. I'm Josh, founder of Zagana.com. Let's help our farmers. Thank you.
Good day. I am Sherry Morillon, founder, chief executive officer, and lead innovator of Kawil AI. Kawil AI is a multidisciplinary artificial intelligence solution with customized computer vision tools for machine learning models that can be integrated into mobile and web applications. Our mission is to help humanities understand artificial intelligence. Our vision is to provide AI solutions to preserve biodiversity, livelihood, and environment with reliable and unbiased data analytics on demand. AI verticals are endless. Integration to household equipment, mobile gadgets, autonomous vehicles, and medical image identification. The main challenges we are addressing is the adoption of AI for digital technology as we enter Industry 4.0. The pandemic has accelerated the need for AI applications, especially in the field of medical imaging, IoT, and financial management. Our solution is a customizable computer vision tools that can be integrated into web and mobile applications, autonomous applications, robotics, and the Internet of Things. The market for AI and IoT is growing rapidly with an annual growth of 44% in the next 5 years. And we want to take advantage of this opportunity and take at least 5% of the market in the Asia and the Pacific region. Our milestones through grants and environmental initiative by providing AI integrated mobile and web applications that impacts the environment and inclusive society. We have also a notable partnership with foreign companies like Drone Solutions in Singapore for the AI data analytics for their drones. 2021 is a good year for us. We were able to acquire a corporate client for a property management system with integrated AI data analytics. In addition to that, our proposed enhancement of our flagship product, Trace AI, is part of the DOST Startup Grant Fund program for 2021 to accelerate digitization of the supply chain in the agriculture and stocks. Our go-to-market is focused in the ASEAN region by acquiring partners and clients for environmental management and smart cities application, manufacturing and industry automation through robotics and AI-enabled training for the future of work. Our ask is to be connected to corporate partners and clients to build our business pipeline for the sustainability. In summary, AI and IoT alone is a $16 billion market. With our state-of-the-art platform of smart products and services, we are determined to get part of this market with easy to implement web and mobile applications. And our core team has more than 20 years of combined experience in building AI products and services from research to sustainability. We are the front runner in computer vision AI in the Philippines, empowering women in leadership. We are Kawil AI, bringing AI technology from lab to life. Here is our digital directory. Contact us for more information and collaboration. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Stephen from Hiraya Water, the country's pioneer and leader in smart water management. One of the biggest challenges of water utilities around the world is leaks or water losses, or as we term it in the water industry, non-revenue water, or NRW. Every year, the world loses around 39 billion US dollars worth of water. And in the Philippines, it's not less bleak. But the more challenging problem is the lack of water supply in a lot of areas. With this duo of problems, this number that I showed you earlier is easily quadrupled. With RTAP, we help water utilities around the world optimize their systems. RTAP is an intelligent supply and pressure management system that helps water utilities reduce their non-revenue water and augment their water supply. So how does this work? Imagine this is your typical water distribution network. So you have your pumping stations, which you get your water from. You have your valves that regulate the water flow. You have your tanks that store and discharge water, and you have your critical areas. These areas experience the lowest pressure at any given time in the water network. When we partner with a water utility, we install several devices around these areas. And these devices transmits real-time data to our cloud server. Our cloud server houses artificial intelligence, our artificial intelligence that optimizes how these pumping stations, valves, and tanks are to be operated. And that results to NRW reduction and power consumption reduction and build volume increase or better service level for the customers. Our business model of upfront fees and annual SaaS fees make our annual market in the Philippines worth 4.62 billion pesos. We aim to target that market. And we aim to expand in Southeast Asia for a bigger chunk of the pie. In terms of competition, the use of artificial intelligence to operate water supply is something that's really not yet fully maximized. But these are our closest alternatives. What separates RTAP from these other solutions is that ours is designed for the developing markets, for the existing infrastructure that are found in developing markets. And addressing that compatibility issue is what makes RTAP smart water management universally accessible. And these installations in the Philippines are living proof of that. We are currently serving 7 water utility clients as we speak, and we aim to reach 21 clients by Q1 of 2022 with a combined contract amount of $2 million, so that we can continue helping water utilities provide better service while saving on the world's most precious resource. So I invite you to join our team of engineers and scientists in scaling this solution, along with our existing partners, the Department of Science and Technology, the United States Agency for International Development, ADB, and other institutions. We're preparing for our funding round to get more talent, to fund a more accelerated sales strategy, and to enter new territories. So join us as we save water, one water utility at a time. Thank you, and good afternoon.
Hi, I'm Amiel, founder and CEO of MedCheck. The problem that we're solving is the lack of real-world evidence in medicine in the Philippines and emerging markets. It's shocking how little available real-world data there is in medicine for government to use to form policy, for clinicians to use for research, and for everyday practitioners to be able to make evidence-based decisions. MedCheck is a clinical data and e-consult platform for specialists in emerging markets. We partner with medical societies, research institutes, doctors and physicians to provide real-world data in clinical disease registries, particularly in oncology, endocrinology and diabetology, cardiology, and several other specialties. We have a robust end-to-end EMR and e-consult platform so that doctors and patients can see each other digitally and continue continuity of patient access. We have also a full suite of adjacent products so that we can connect to online patient services, hospital integrations, labs, radiology, and even medical devices. And we also have patient feedback SMS surveys so that we can get direct patient feedback during the treatments. What really differentiates us are our unique custom modules for specialty clinics and researchers. We really put a lot of emphasis into the structured clinical data that we collect. We have grown over 4 times in the last 18 months alone. And so now we have nearing over 3,500 specialists, approaching 300,000 patients, and almost 1 million records in our database across the Philippines. We have the largest network and database of aggregate real-world clinical data in the Philippines, particularly in oncology, diabetes, and cardiometabolic. And we have major partnerships in our focus areas across medical societies, pharma, biotech, government, and research institutes. One project and partnership we're most proud of is being the digital partner of the Department of Health and Philippine Cancer Society for the largest national patient medicine access program for across the country for cancer patients. Thank you for your time, and thank you, QBO and Philippine Startup Week, for having us again. If you are in healthcare and would like to work with us, please do reach out. Take care.
Hi, I'm Laila from Interleukin. Healthcare procurement in the Philippines is said to be the sleeping giant for more than 50 years. In fact, as of today, healthcare institutions like hospitals, labs, and different medical suppliers are still experiencing a very slow and complex procurement process, wherein it took them several weeks to months to fulfill the order. It is still being observed that this inefficiency is caused by doing lots of paperwork and manual process. And because healthcare should always be in a state of urgency, the partnership between suppliers and buyers ended up to a frustrated business due to unregulated goods received by the buyer from the supplier, or the buyer is non-compliant on paying their suppliers. The shortage of medical, lab, and pharma supplies are the primary barriers to quality healthcare in the Philippines. It is a call of help for healthcare workers to source medical supplies that is reliable, efficient, and affordable. With all this Philippine procurement culture, I came up to a solution that will provide a real-time access for hospitals, labs, and clinics to inventory of medical supplies from different suppliers in the country. Introducing Interleukin, a cloud-based web platform that creates a seamless medical supply transaction deals, contributing efficiency to supply chains of hospitals and clinics. Interleukin will help suppliers to achieve efficiency to quality medical supply deals, whereas we help healthcare institution buyers to experience integrated to value online of medical supplies. And so, how does it work? Suppliers can sell exclusively online, having the confidence to do online product marketing, manage sales orders and pricing, and having a well-organized reports and documentations for their business needs. Whereas buyers will enjoy a convenient way of procuring their needs to the most trusted and accredited suppliers by having the ease of searching the products, compare, negotiate, and process of orders in just minutes, reducing the long transaction waiting time spent to get the quotation and approved pricing from the suppliers. Our unfair advantage is we connect by bringing healthcare businesses in one single platform, centralizing each partner's needs, enabling them to be more productive, efficient 24/7, and focus on their roles that they are assigned to, and making sure that business partners are aligned on the global standards of healthcare procurement, providing confidence and quality healthcare service to patients. And with regards to the market, we focus on the medical device market. As more advanced technologies are yet to emerge in the medical industry, it will keep on growing globally and in Asia. And Philippines is one of the countries in Southeast Asia that is expected to grow exponentially due to its dependence on imports, infrastructure of medical factories, and medical tourism. Interleukin's business model is a transactional based. We only get a commission to the suppliers between the range of 2.5 to 5% for every successful transaction made in the platform, giving them the power tools to seamlessly sell and transact online without hidden setup fees and bringing in their whole portfolio of verified and regulated medical products online. Both buyers and suppliers can use the platform for free. In addition to that, suppliers and buyers using the platform will experience rebates and rewards for all the transactions made completely in the platform, bringing them better savings to manage their cash flows and help them bring back their businesses on track on the post-pandemic era. And we are on an early stage startup since we have started building and finding our market fit during the first 6 months of this year. We have grown our customer base and pulling our suppliers, having a total revenue growth of 45% over 6 months. Month after month, we were able to get more traction and improvement from a very manual process to put this institution in a digital procurement scene. So you might be thinking, why are we the perfect team to reinvent the medical procurement in the Philippines? With our combined expertise in medical device sales, QA, and regulatory, both local and international, we have experienced and tried everything. Together with our tech team's expertise in development design and data analytics, we are all hungry to make a change in the country's public health. And as we aim to make medical procurement fast and simple, we are opening our angel round funding, in which, in order for us to achieve a 10 million peso, 25 million peso worth of sales transaction, we will be needing a fund of total of 10 million pesos to sustain us in the next 12 to 18 months. And after we launch our MVP, we won't stop from improving our system to bring our vision to become the gold standard healthcare procurement, not only in the Philippines, but across Asia, bringing them more advanced features and excellent customer service. We are going to change the way of healthcare procurement. Interleukin will become the norm, linking seamlessly to their medical supply needs. And if you will become a patient in the hospital, you will no longer worry that they don't have enough supplies to make a quality procedure for you, because Interleukin will get it all for you, the products, the system, and the efficiency you want it to be. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Paco Caparas, co-founder, chief strategy officer of Next Level Farms, and I'm here to you today to explain a little bit more about our project. Start with the problem. The problem is we don't produce and eat enough vegetables in the Philippines. We actually have a deficit of over 400,000 metric tons, and this is because of two primary factors. The first is our climate, with our worsening climate change really having only a short periods of time for optimally growing vegetables. And the second major issue that we have is our logistics infrastructure, which is very poor from farm to table and contributes to 40 to 70% of all vegetables being wasted or spoiled before they reach their end point or the end consumer. Now, one of the global technologies that could potentially address this problem is vertical farming or indoor farming, which is about going to be a $13 billion industry globally by 2026. However, the issue here is that most vertical farming technologies are designed for the first world. They're designed for great infrastructure and also for temperate or cold climate. And that's why Next Level Farms exists. Next Level Farms is the Philippines' only vertically integrated urban farm whose technology is specifically designed for the Philippines, for dense tropical metro areas like Metro Manila. And as a business, we're not just a grower or a vertical farmer, but we create our own proprietary technology. We have the people to run and make things work in a decentralized infrastructure or network of vertical farms. We're not just a contract manufacturer, but we produce our own brand of our vegetables called Future Fresh, and we directly handle our distribution all the way to the end consumer, which means that we have a direct relationship and a good relationship with our customers. A little bit on the tech, as I said, it's completely proprietary. We're already on our 4th generation of in-house growing system, 12th generation for key components like our growing lights. And we've also built out our own data collection and IoT system to perfectly manage and optimize our growing platform. Where we are today is that we have 2 vertical farms in Metro Manila. our first one in Quezon City and our second one in Taguig, producing about 5,000 kilograms of produce per year in just over 1,000 square meters of growing area. To give you a representation, if you try to imagine a farm that's the size of a soccer field, we produce that much in a year in a space the size of the soccer net. And it's not just how much we produce, it's how well we produce. The products that Future Fresh puts out into the market are best in class optimized. They are delivered freshest on the same day as harvest. They're fully consumable, are available 365 days a year, last longer in the shelf and in the fridge, and are completely post-organic, meaning no pesticides, sprays, or harmful anything across our entire product mix of 21 product types. If you compare us to our competition, it's not particularly close. Only Next Level Farms has full control of it's the only product that is guaranteeing supply and next day delivery with full transparency, long shelf life, and we maintain that close relationship with our customers for our great feedback. We distribute to an incredibly large market, particularly across retail or supermarkets, food and beverage, and hospitality, so things like casinos and resorts. But a really interesting thing that we do is also go directly to our end customers through our online DTC channels, where we perform really at the top end of the market. We maintain a 77% product to market fit, 20 to 1 CLV to CIC ratio, have a very high repeat customer rate, and have an average order interval of about 7 days only per customer. We also create a ton of impact, particularly on the sustainable food security and creating high-skilled, high-paying agri-jobs in the Philippines. And all of this really has driven us to exceptional financial performance, especially for a young startup. And we project to continue our revenue, our expansion, and also our profit line or EBITDA over the next few years. All of this has been made possible by an incredible team of multidisciplinary engineers, agronomists, and data scientists, as well as marketing, is what's going to allow us to expand even further over the next 5 years. And that's why we're raising $5 million to construct 3 more sites and put us on a great path of continued self-motivated expansion, as well as increase our R&D and our ability to push out new products into the market at the most rapid pace that this country has ever seen. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Raven Ryan Anot, one of the founders of CleanVent, providing better air environment for a better home. We all know that most people usually spend majority of their time indoors because most of their daily activities takes place inside homes and other establishments, especially now during quarantine wherein people are forced to stay at home and most adult workers are forced to work from home. That is why we at CleanVent, we wanted to provide a good indoor air quality inside your home so that people can have a more comfortable, healthier, and safer indoor air experience. And to do that, we wanted to mitigate the buildup of these following indoor air problems, such as the high temperature, molds, dust, and other indoor air pollution inside home. We've identified that these following problems are experienced by the occupants at home because of the indoor air buildup, which is discomfort and irritation, wherein high temperature can cause heat stress that affects the occupant's mood. Persistent sweating and other irritation can cause occupants to lose focus. And also, health problems in most extreme cases with exposure with molds and dust can cause respiratory health problems and can also trigger allergic person. And in some extreme cases, high temperature can cause heat stroke. We've also identified that occupants at home experience this problem, worries, and anxiety, especially for the case of the parents, wherein airborne spread of infections or sickness are really alarming during this pandemic when someone is sick inside their home. That's why we came up with a solution, which is the solar-powered exhaust, which aims to provide a continuous ventilation inside home during the occupant's active hours. With a solar-powered exhaust fan, you can have a cooler living space, fresher indoor air, and a better indoor air circulation inside your home. And it works by continuously sucking the existing indoor air, replacing it with a cooler and fresher air from outside. Unlike other ventilation devices, CleanVent has a zero monthly operating cost. It is easy to use. It is designed to be flexible or universal so that it can be installed on the walls, ceiling, windows, and attic. And lastly, it is designed to to provide continuous ventilation during the active hours. CleanVent complements having an electric fan to function better by providing a cooler and fresher indoor air inside your home. And we've identified our potential target market to be single house homeowners. And right now we're targeting low to middle income class. And in the region 4A alone, we have 2.7 million single houses and 18.2 million single houses in the Philippines, which is our initial target for now. And here's how we're going to make money. We're going to make money by selling our product whole package B2C during 2021 costing 6,500 pesos and B2B later on 2022, reaching out to the hardware stores and contractors. For our competitors, we've identified GreenVent to be one of our competitors, which is a solar-powered attic extractor which only works on the attic, and a regular exhaust fan and ceiling fan. And we've analyzed that we have a 3 times less cost than the GreenVent, and we have 4 different variety of ventilation applications, while GreenVent can only be installed on the attic. We have zero monthly electric bill consumption, and our product is automated. For our milestone, right now we're on our pilot test and we're going on our commission-based model testing this month, and later on we plan to reach out to the small businesses and other segments, and next year we're reaching out to the distributors and resellers, and hopefully we can reach out to the whole Philippines. And to do that, we have these amazing team members: our CMO, Miss Irene Bangilan, Karen Raquel as our CIO, me as the CEO, and Engineer Reginald Phelps as our CTO. And together we are guided so that we can be on the right direction by this following team advisor: Engineer Rodel Tungol and Engineer Cheryl Arenas. And it is our mission and vision because we believe that to have a better family, you need to have a better home. That is why with good indoor air quality, we aim to provide a healthier and a more productive lifestyle for the families at home. And once again, this is CleanVent, better air environment for a better home.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Philippine Startup Week. I'd like to thank QBO and all the organizing team for inviting us over. I'm from Miami, and we're building a sustainable agri value chain in Southeast Asia through technology. When we were starting out in 2019, we actually had this crucial conversation with a small rice farmer named Ka Felix in Lian, Batangas, near Nasugbu. In our conversation with him, he actually shared with us two recurring problems that he had as a rice farmer. One, he can't find a customer as often as he would want to. Number two, even if he does find a customer, it's actually very difficult for those kinds of buyers to pay him at a price that would enable him to recover his cost of inputs and production. And so we asked ourselves the question, is this a broader reality in Philippine agriculture? And it is. Actually, 10 million Filipino smallholder farmers are feeding an entire nation, and yet they're falling deeper into poverty. The PSA actually even cited that they're mostly self-employed, small, marginalized, and they belong to the country's poorest of the poor. And so what we did was we built an agri-e-commerce platform that can fully unlock, hopefully, the 10 billion Philippine agricultural output value here in the country. Our business model is clear and simple. We're consolidating production and harvest at scale. We're optimizing the agricultural value chain, and we're digitizing it end to end. We also develop a proprietary tool that can digitize and literally harvest data from the grassroots so we are able to better match it with market demand. In a lot of ways, we did spark technological revolution and disrupted the Philippine agri value chain for the better. Right now, we already move truckloads and truckloads of produce coming from various regions in the entire country. We have also mounted some of the freshest campaigns and has also contributed to a collective reimagining of how agri-food arrives from our table coming from these farmers. Right now, we cover 4 regions in the country with about 72,395 smallholder farmers within our network. Right now, we're proud to share that we already power some of the biggest B2B brands in the country in terms of their fresh produce supply chain, the likes of Shell, the likes of Robinsons, the likes of Walter Mart, even big foundations like Rotaract or Caritas Manila. But all of these things, if you cut through the growth metrics and all of these strides, we literally started from a garage, 2 years ago. We were doing the dispatching ourselves. We were going to the farms. We were engaging these farmers ourselves. And so how did we bring it from 0 to 1? I'd like to thank very specifically DTI, the ICT, the UST, for actually giving us the opportunity back in 2019 to expand our horizon through the RICE conference in Hong Kong. And when the lockdown happened, we actually saw to it that we were able to collaborate with a lot of the Philippine AgTech startups through a national project called Gulay ng Bayan, wherein we serve as the launch platform. We never stopped there. We actually expanded our footprint to help even our Formosa pineapple growers coming from all the way from Camarines Norte. And when we saw to it that we were able to make impact, what we did was we did partner up with the likes of DTI and Grab to bring a lot of these Filipino smallholder farmers online and drive higher rural incomes for them. We also expanded our category to even help our cut flower farmers coming from Batangas and collaborate with a lot of the startups in the country. Eventually, we're proud to share that we became that first Philippine AgTech startup that got an investment from the Silicon Valley-based VC AgFunder, the first one in the country. But because visions are meant to be limitless and borderless, we're also proud to share that we've already expanded beyond the Philippines to go towards Indonesia to also help the smallholder farmers that we have there. One of the biggest inflection point was when we rose above 31 countries and became a global winner and got the backing of the Asian Development Bank, something that we're super grateful for. But something that really brings a lot of fulfillment for us as founders would really be the social impact we're driving as a byproduct of our robust commercial traction. A lot of our farmers have experienced a 50% rise in attributable income and also have contributed to a huge post-harvest reduction rate loss in a rather waste-heavy agri-value chain. Overall, from a macro standpoint, we think that e-commerce is bound to explode, according to a report by Google, Temasek, and Bain and Company, outperforming other verticals. Even in the case of the Philippines, a lot of our consumers have become more eco-friendly, price-conscious, and digital, something that reinforces the kind of play we're doing in the country. Right now, as we battle COVID and the ongoing lockdown, we're proud to share that we also work closely with DTI in providing that continuity in the agri supply chain for core regions, agri-food regions in the country, Region 1, Region 2, and the Cordilleras amidst the lockdown. At the end of the day, it's always been about the 10 million Filipino smallholder farmers that we want to empower, and eventually utilizing the power of digital platforms to empower the rest of rural Southeast Asia. So if you want to help redefine the future of food today and in Southeast Asia, more than happy to chat.
Good day, everyone. I am Dr. Joel Ilaw, and I represent a company named Vision Systems. We are computer vision specialists who provide video analytics services and customized vision-based monitoring solutions for our clients. We are founded at the De La Salle University College of Computer Studies through the generous funding of the OST shared. So what's the problem that we are trying to address? It is plainly traffic. If there's one big issue that Filipinos complain about on a daily basis, and for a very long time, is city traffic. A more serious look at this problem at a macroscopic scale reveals a worrisome picture. A total of 3.5 billion is lost due to traffic in Metro Manila in a study by JICA last 2018, and this is projected to increase to 5.4 billion in 2035. This problem is not just confined to Metro Manila alone. Other major cities in the country are also beset with the same problems. And this trend is due to the growing number of vehicles on the roads and that the current road capacities are not enough. Thus, city administrators have made effective traffic management as one of their top priorities. So let me start with the current scenario. Currently, traffic monitoring is typically done in traffic management centers, such as MMDA and in local government units, through the use of central command offices wherein dedicated employees look at screens showing video feeds coming from different traffic surveillance cameras. This process is prone to errors due to human fatigue, time coverage is limited to office hours, human attention is known to be selective and inconsistent, and we believe this also does not take full advantage of the potential of human capital that should be given tasks that require more complex skills. And this method also only looks at traffic situations per site as mutually exclusive phenomena, not taking advantage of the fact that traffic situations in different parts of the city affect each other. We would like to automate the process of monitoring the traffic scene by taking advantage of existing infrastructure of camera networks so we can provide geographic and time coverage, the types of traffic information we can collect, and the accuracy and consistency of reporting. We can also do more advanced analysis and processing, such as data aggregation and trends forecasting, through the use of advanced AI and data analytics. Here's an example of a processed video output. Our system can accept both pre-saved videos and live video feeds from IP cameras. Relevant graphs and other forms of visualizations are automatically generated, and the raw processed data may be downloaded so you can input them into your preferred spreadsheet programs for your own data analysis and visualization options. We've also scanned the local marketplace for different traffic monitoring solutions, which can be broadly categorized into three. The first kind is the manual approach, wherein people are hired to count the number of vehicles passing by a particular road for a given duration. They are typically done by market research companies and ad agencies. This has many advantages, as I've mentioned earlier, which can be addressed through various tech solutions. The second kind is through the use of sensors installed beneath the road to detect passing cars, through the use of inductive coupling and piezo technology. While they are having superior performance, their downside is its complexity and the initial cost of installation. The third kind is through the use of trackers in vehicles, such as GPS sensors and long-range RFID tags. The issue here is scaling, since it would entail needing to physically install the system into all the vehicles plying the road for it to work acceptably. Our technology, the Titan technology, makes use of existing camera network infrastructure, and it does not require specialized and expensive computing hardware to achieve acceptable traffic monitoring services. Thus, overall, we believe our technology is a more practical solution over existing solutions. We offer subscription plans for basic and advanced services. Interested parties may avail basic and premium subscription plans and customized reports. And finally, we can also work with the clients in the form of consultancy to help them identify which kinds of data would be useful in their operational needs and crafting of strategic plans. This year, for our pilot testing phase under the DOSTP Shared Funded Project Fast Track Enhancement and Market Validation of Titan, we are partnering with 9 companies which are a mix of private and government institutions, such as the Metro Manila Development Authority. There's an advocacy group there, there's a local government unit, the Department of Transportation, and we have a parking authority, a gas station, and a real estate developer. In the next year, we are looking forward to working with other parties who would be interested in the commercial version of our service. Here is our team, composed of researchers and business development specialists. I'd also like to acknowledge our undergraduate and graduate students who also worked on the technology to where it is today. So to close, we are computer vision specialists. We quantify video, we create vision-based systems. We are the Vision Technologies, your partner for traffic insights and management.
Hi, I'm Jojo, co-founder at Agribah. Agribah is a mix of two words, agriculture and bayanihan, the Filipino core value of uplifting the community. At Agribah, we utilize technology to help build stronger communities here in the Philippines. Agribah was built on our shared love of agriculture. Growing up, both my co-founder June and I spent a significant amount of time around farmers and fisher folks. We wanted to provide these same experiences for our children. That's why we decided to develop a business that could provide better opportunities for farmers and fisher folks here in the Philippines in order to build a legacy of doing good business while doing good for others. We know that we couldn't do it alone. Teamwork makes the dream work, and our team of exceptional experts in their fields helped expand Agribah's horizons as a company. Our tribe has the same passion for creating better opportunities for farmers and fisher folks and a love for agricultural pursuits. At Agribah, we believe agriculture is one of the world's most important technologies. From the breakfast you ate this morning to the cotton t-shirt you put on, all of it was made possible by the pursuits of farmers and fisher folks. Agriculture employs more than 40% of the global workforce, and it drives advancements in developing countries like the Philippines. However, the Philippine agriculture value chain, it's complex and it's inefficient. We've identified three main areas to help farmers and fisher folks create more stable incomes. They need a stable market channel for their produce and easy access to tailor-fit financing to enhance their production, all while needing reliable logistics to transport their goods to their clients. With Agribah, we've rearranged the system and provided interventions to optimize the value chain for better earnings, less waste, and added value for both institutional clients and end consumers. Agribah is an end-to-end technology solution focused on agricultural trading, logistics, and financing. Agribah Logistics provides affordable agriculture transport nationwide through the help of our transport partners. Currently, transactions are done manually for this product, but we will be automating it soon. Agribah Logistics also has traceability functions to help provide transparency along the value chain. We built Agribah Finance to allow farmers to apply directly for financial products to increase their production. During the past year, we completed the build of this product and signed on two crucial financial partners, Card Bank and Kaagapay Financing. Agribah assisted them to develop products specifically for our seaweed farmers. We're currently in the middle of our pilot and have already been able to distribute approved loans to our farmers to increase their production. The potential for this platform is huge, and we're seeing more banks and financial institutions interested to join. We'll be including insurance products and bank account applications in the near future. At Agribah, we see that digital banking will be the new normal for Filipino farmers and fisher folks. Agribah Wharf is our most important product. All other products support the growth of Agribah Wharf. It allows farmers to engage in agriculture trading by connecting them to large-scale institutional clients. Over the past year, Agribah Wharf facilitated trades to grow our impact throughout two primary commodity segments, seaweed and cut flowers. We've reached 300 metric tons of seaweed and 800,000 units of cut flowers fulfilled through Wharf this year alone. However, that's just a snapshot. This is what we've been able to fulfill since the start of our operations. Alongside seaweed and cut flowers, we were also able to support fruits and vegetable farmers during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. We do fruits and vegetables by request only. These are the gross transaction values in each segment. More importantly, at any given point in time, Agribah is actively helping support at least 3,000 farmers across the various product lines. However, our true network of farmers is well over 100,000 farmers and fisher folks nationwide. So how does Agribah make money? Well, Agribah has an iron triangle transactional business model with three main revenue streams. We earn 3 to 12% of the total contract price per transaction facilitated through Agribah Wharf. We earn 10% of the total logistics price for each transaction in Agribah Logistics, and we earn referral fees through Agribah Finance. So what's next? What's the future for Agribah? Well, we'll be starting the tech build for Agribah Logistics with the help of the DOST Startup Grant by the end of this month. The goal is full-scale implementation for Agribah Wharf and Agribah Finance continuously in Q4 of this year and full blast in 2022. We need help to make this happen, and we'll be fundraising to support the growth of our team's headcount and implementation budgets. We're raising our seed round investment of $850,000 in exchange for 15% equity in our business. This will give us an 18-month runway and will be used to help deploy and enhance our tech and operation capabilities in order to reach $15 million in annual transaction value, with an average 5% revenue and 30% month-on-month growth. In closing, agriculture feeds us, clothes us, and makes us. For our kids to have a world with food security, environmental diversity, and a climate that we can enjoy, we have a lot of work to do. So let's get started. We challenge you to join us at Agribah, because at Agribah, we know that the grass is always greener where you water it.
Good afternoon. My name is Cindy Burdett, and I'm the CEO co-founder of AllCare, the first digital benefits platform for freelancers and SMEs. In 2020, we experienced a very difficult challenge with COVID. It ravaged the global workforce and rendered over 1.6 billion informal economy workers struggling with their livelihood. 305 million people lost their full-time jobs. In this pandemic, people turned to alternative revenue streams for themselves, including driving for gig platforms and even going into YouTube, content creation, game development, and so many other alternative works just to provide for their living. Now, there's a shift that we are seeing from traditional startup or traditional employment going into the informal gig economy. And this is accelerated by a number of startups that are growing faster than ever, facilitated by the growing internet economy. We are seeing a shift in the future of work from what we used to know to be inclination towards job security and tenure. We are now seeing a shift towards income security. However, when people make a jump towards gig economy, freelance, or even starting their own businesses, they give up one very important thing, and this is benefits. Unlike employees who work in large companies, gig workers and SMEs don't have any worker benefits. More importantly, do not receive any healthcare benefits. And you can't blame providers for underserving this segment. HMOs traditionally are not built to support smaller organizations. Providers don't have the systems and technology in place to make this relationship easy for them, both on the freelancers and the small businesses. As a result, even when they can offer services, it becomes very expensive, and companies have to charge quite a high premium to make their efforts worth it. As a result, 2 billion people in the world don't have benefits. And this represents 61.2 billion of the 61.2% of the working population. In the Philippines specifically, 21 million people don't receive benefits but are generating income for themselves. These are your house helpers, your drivers, construction workers, your Lalamove rider, Grab rider, and so on. In the Philippines, about 98% of registered businesses are actually part of the MSME. And our solution to this gap of benefits is All Care, a first of its kind benefits membership program for all types of worker. All Care aggregates all of the gig economy workers, organizations, startups, and SMEs to join one virtual organization under All Care to be able to negotiate the best benefits for them with third-party providers. All Care works with different providers like Ethica, FWD, MaxiCare, High Precision. Any benefit that is necessary, we can work with them. The All Care technology is quite robust. We have benefits curation that lets employees and workers view all of the benefits available to them from one easy to navigate menu. Benefits availment is also very easy because with one touch of a button, you can access the benefits that you rightly deserve. And more importantly, we have access to all of the utilization, all of the consumption data that happen on the platform to make sure we can always get the best deals at the best rates. One of the things we do is we automate certain services from the provider standpoint. Through the All Care platform, you can easily access medical services through our automated letter of guarantee. We can deploy new benefits as needed. For example, a partnership with a grocery platform that lets people order groceries at a discount, or even take their antigen tests from home. Anytime we have a new benefit, it takes us about 5 minutes to implement this, whether to an account, to a set of people, or to the entire platform. We even have partnerships with financial companies to make sure All Care is affordable. So for our traction, you can see that we are experiencing a tremendous amount of growth from when we launched in January 2019. From 2019 to 2020, we experienced a 10x growth. And quarter on quarter, 2021 looks like a great year for us as we are on pace to do 200%. So All Care has a financial flywheel that we're very proud of. As our members utilize the benefits, we're able to generate a good relationship with benefits providers. And from this relationship, we can get more deals, better deals that go back to our benefits. This kind of financial flywheel creates a network effect that is incomparable versus if an SME, a gig worker, or freelancer went direct to the providers themselves. For All Care, our plan is to expand regionally. We have very, very close relationships with overseas partners that we plan to take advantage this 2021. Now, our ask is very simple. We're preparing for a Series A in 2022, and we would like to work with regional VCs who can help execute this expansion plan. And we're looking for more companies to partner with us to get our go-to-market strategy for B2B2C up and running. We are looking for companies like Kumu, Lalamove, and similar platforms that want to provide content creators, gig workers, and partners the benefits that they need. Thank you.